Naam, shukran sana Martin Munene, na tuelekee tuweze kusikia Waziri Joe Mucheru wakati anazindua rasmi ile sura mpya ya bodi ambayo itakuwa inajumuikia masuala ya mawasiliano hapa nchini Kenya. Tusikize kinachoendelea.
We have seen that some of the operators have now decided that they are coming together and they are going to create a joint venture that is going to create the competition that we need. We've seen others now trying to oppose that. I will not say who, because I'm subject to appearing before them. But really it means we have a vibrant sector. And this sector requires real careful thought, because if we make a mistake in our regulation, if we make a mistake in our investments, then we can lose a position which we currently have as leading in the region. We don't want to lose that. We want to make sure that we use technology to really advance. So competition and dominance is one. Issues of local content are also a big issue. The broadcasters have continuously said that they're investing as much as they can so that we have got the 40% local content quota met. At the same time, the content producers, the musicians and others, are insisting that we need to move it from 40% to 60%. So you'll have a challenge of trying to decide, where should it be. It could be 50%, but I think right now there's even a challenge of the broadcasters reaching there. But I think Kenyans are the ones speaking. Kenyans are enjoying local content. Kenyans are enjoying even local languages. And so we need to ensure we continue to promote these areas, because when we speak in our languages, we actually have our culture. We continue to be who we are. The more we lose our culture, the more we lose our language, the more, as a society, we lose values that are really important to us. So you have a responsibility to make sure that even as we embrace new technologies, we're not embracing them and then losing who we are. There are things that we must continue to address, things that we must continue to ensure that we are Kenyan, we are humans, we are Africans, and we don't want to lose that. The issue with technology is that it also allows for people to find ways around systems. So for instance, advertisements now, many of them are being done outside of the country, and people bring them in as flash disks and they don't pay for them. So Chairman, DG and the board, we've had discussions. We need to now implement the airing tax for these advertisements that are done outside, because the people who are producing the content locally, the advertisements locally, they're having to pay taxes. They're having to hire people, yet they're being penalized when people now take all that money outside of the country. So please take that as a challenge that you need to begin to implement, because it's important. At the same time, the broadcasters, whether it's radio and TV, they've been airing music and other content for a lot of our local producers. And they're not always paying. And so, can you find a way of, first of all, making sure we're tracking properly, so that we are able to give the proper audits of who played what and when they played this music and so on. And at the same time, then we can ensure that if people have created content, then they're paid for their content. It's their copyright and it's their right, and that will help grow the industry. Our musicians, actually, we have very great talent. Whether it's even on screen. So we need to see that being supported. And so I hope that the authority, again, these are areas you will take and really be leading in a big way. The national addressing system and e-commerce are also very key, and your team has been working on that, but I think now is 2 years? Can we please accelerate that? This thing, now we have GPS, everybody's carrying their phone, you can know where they are. Let's fix this addressing system so that e-commerce can just take off. Let's see if we can support, using even USAC, the Universal Service Fund, that e-commerce grows. In China, 35% of their GDP is actually e-commerce. 35%. It is huge. The Alibabas and all these other big companies have come out of that sector. And I think you have the opportunity as the authority to really spur this sector by making sure we have the right infrastructure, we have the right connectivity, so that we are able to move quickly. So the addressing system, again, I know we now have the policies and regulations in place which we should be passing quickly, but let's implement this and create the jobs that we need.